Hello everyone and welcome to the Hisui podcast. I'm Wolf Tycho and I'm here with Kaner85, Nurse Ethan, and Tomix9Tomix.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, the whole gang's back together.
Hey, it's about time.
Okay, do you want to explain why you sound so tired?
Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna sound so sad because it's currently 8 a.m. and
Yeah.
it's also America Day. So for some of you care about that. I don't know. But I am historically like a very groggy and grumpy person in the morning.
I'm sorry, did you say grunky?
Groggy.
Grumpy.
Oh, grumpy. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I it's like, I don't know, like I will always complain about like waking up early, even though like it's not that bad. But like, cause like I get into work at 8 a.m. every day. It's just that like today is not a work day. So,
Yeah. No,
in my opinion, I should be sleeping until 10 a.m.
Ha, that makes one of us that didn't have work today.
Yeah, no. And the reason why we're having to do it in the morning is because, we were gonna do it tonight, but I have my first day of my new job today.
Oh.
Nice.
I guess that means Cade's the only person who didn't go or is not going to work today.
Bro, I worked Monday, Tuesday,
You
Wednesday,
lucky bitch.
8 hours a day, and I'm taking PTO.
I can't believe you're slacking
Yeah?
off.
Yeah? Talk to me after 3 nights. 3 consecutive nights.
Yeah, no, I
For 12 hours.
I have it pretty good. I have it pretty good. I worked from home yesterday. It was quite nice.
Yeah, no, I don't think working on a movie theater I can work at home, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, and
If only. That would be really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm kind of glad that McDonald's ignored me because I have a lot better job now.
dude, they'd
Heck
be asking
yeah.
you to work a night shift too, probably at Mickey D's. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Don't
honestly,
jinx it yet, Andy. Your bosses could be total assets.
that's true.
no, they seem pretty chill. I
Nah,
mean,
just wait.
oh, yeah.
Just wait.
They always
it's
seem
funny.
chill on the first day.
With like my interview, they were asking, it's like, well, I think I said this at some point in the last podcast, maybe. But like, with my interview, they were like, what is the last movie you've seen in theaters? And thankfully, the last movie I saw in theaters is the only indie film I've seen in theaters.
You
Got that theater
cheeky
cred.
something. I did see that.
Yeah, I think I said that last podcast.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I tried.
But, yeah.
I tried to watch last episode. Didn't work out, but I tried.
Wow, fake fan.
I got through the first half, and then I was at work listening to it. That hospital life.
Yeah, at this point, I can't keep up with what we've said on the podcast, what we haven't. I mean, we're
You're
on
just
episode
lost in
9
the
now.
sauce.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, next episode's the 10th.
Ooh.
Might have
gonna
to
be
do something
older
fun
than
for
Andy.
10.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know,
I can't be at next episode unless we skip a week. So.
But speaking of things that were said last episode, Cade, I didn't get the chance to talk about. I meant to leave a comment or something. Your story about when you were in the hospital, first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and everything, and how something like the VTuber SummerSlam or like adjacent to it made your stay so much better. It warmed my heart. I genuinely wanted to cry a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I was very lucky with like the hospital that I stayed at because it is like there's a lot of like community stuff going on around it, and it was very helpful to me from like an emotional level which, you know, I think, I don't know, like diabetes is like I manage it well, and it's not like, it's not tough for me. I'm not gonna say like my mental health is perfect from it, but like, you know, the stuff like that I think really does help the kids, especially like for me it wasn't like I was in the hospital like 3 days when I was diagnosed. There are kids who are in there for like months, I feel like, and I think those donations and stuff are gonna mean a lot more to those kids who don't have like an idea of like what outside life is like, kind of. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry to like run in and be like, all right, we're gonna talk about SummerSlam, but let's talk about SummerSlam.
I mean, it's more important than pretty much anything else we could talk about.
Yeah, 100%.
I really want to thank I've got to open up my Twitter and find out who all I'm supposed to be thanking outside of just Kenny. Kenny was my top donator. We raised $66, which on one hand doesn't sound like a lot, but also, you know, that's still an entire video game. That's one video game that these kids can be playing. Makes a world of difference. I said, and I just realized I was supposed to thank Cade, and I didn't. Cade, I want, like, you donated as well, and I appreciate it. Also, thank you to Gusbees and Love Mentish, who came in and helped donate, raise a little bit of extra money. They ended up reaching a total goal of 740,843 with over 1,500 VTubers.
Nice.
So next year I'm calling it, at least. Next year we're cracking that million. We're cracking that million goal. They all, like, I think last year was 100 or 600 and something. So I think they can do it.
Yum up, guys.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So next year, keep your eyes out. Keep your wallets ready.
Busy on 2 of the 3 days too. I was only able to show up to one stream.
Same here, because I felt a little bad, but I needed to hang out with my family the other days because I also know because of the jam that's happening much. Especially because I'm gonna be somehow juggling a job and the jam. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you on that one.
That's tough. Very tough.
Yeah.
Is this how we segue into the jam?
I was gonna say, perfect segue right there. Just saying.
Yeah, right there.
So yeah, I have the EE Game Jam. Should we go first just by, like, who have posted on Twitter?
Well, just for the uninitiated, should we, just in case there's someone who somehow is watching this and does not know what the Game Jam is, should we give a little summary?
If you're not watching, also, shout out to Chase. He absolutely popped off on the art.
The logo for it looks like a cool-ass RPG game.
Yeah?
Oh, Chase is the one? Oh, nice.
Yeah, Chase is crazy. Normally Otter does the art, but they couldn't do it this time around, so Chase came in clutch. But yeah, it's a 6-week jam starting on June 30th, and you have until August 10th, I believe, that's always the dates, to make a game. It doesn't have to be Pokemon, but we're all Pokemon fans here, so if it's a Pokemon fan game, probably gonna like it more. I don't know, at least that's me.
And more people will probably play it.
And you know, you can have teams up to 4. All the resources that are non-public that you use for your game have to be created during the jam period. So you can't use like private resources that you've made in the past. And there's an optional theme every year with this jam, and this year it's Rebirth. which I think is quite fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also personally think that it is an extremely flexible theme that you can do a lot of different things with.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what games get made, and I already can tell you that there is some absolutely stacked participants this year, just from the things that I've seen.
Oh yeah. Like, there's not a ton in the Twitter tag, but there's enough.
Well,
Enough
I've
that I'm
also
sitting
just been
here
hanging
like
out around
I'm.
the Discord as well, and
I need to hang out in the Discord more.
by hanging out, I just mean reading the Game Jam Discord channel.
Yeah, sometimes have I tuned in occasionally? I think I have.
You've been leaving messages on the Game Jam chat. I've been seeing you.
Yeah.
I just occasionally lurk. Sometimes I just read messages. I don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Like
no, I
recently.
never actually talk in there.
Well, I didn't even respond when King Waluigi posted our starters. Shame on me, man.
Yeah, that one's definitely that one's on you.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know. If it's like your own stuff, you don't really need to respond to it. It's like, yeah, that's my baby. Look at him. What can you say?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm going to especially say I'm really excited for, is it Frog? Yes,
Mhm.
Frog's game. I saw
Frog's game
Frog's
looks
game. I'm like, wait a
fantastic.
second. That kind of looks like they're doing a Hoenn game. They're doing a Hoenn
Legends
game.
Delta is what the game
Legends
is called,
Delta.
Yeah.
at least according to the post.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I am a slut
Okay.
for Hoenn.
Have you played Season Stone yet?
I don't think I have.
What?
Because that was a Cerubia Legends Hoenn game that came out for the Insert Name Jam.
Yeah.
Well, that's going on the list.
Yeah. That game looks fantastic. I am not familiar with Frog's previous stuff, but these tweets have popped off, especially the first one. As what I do love about the Expo Twitter is that there's a lot of people following it, and it definitely brings a lot of visibility to the stuff. Which is great.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Delta as much as you guys are. Because, I mean, I've already played Season Stone, so the Legends Hoenn game has kind of already been done for me.
I don't know. I guess Legends is
can-
obviously a tag, but I feel like Legends has so many things about it that makes it unique that it's probably going to take a different aspect of Legends Arceus and roll with it than whatever Season Stone did.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
what I'm
but
thinking as well.
Like we've seen Legends Darkest Day, Legends Johto Incident, Season Stone, all games inspired by Legends Arceus, all trying to replicate it somehow. But they all play
They're all a little
completely
different,
differently
yeah.
just because of it's that broad.
Yeah, I don't know. Plus, games like those aren't entirely my thing. To be honest, so. I don't know. It's not like I'm like, oh, this game looks bad, I'm not gonna play. I'm just not jumping up and down.
That's
Which
fair.
is nothing against the game, it's just different taste.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first post on the Twitter is from me revealing the town map, which is in Gen 2. Recreek made that in how many minutes? Right when we started the jam, we just made the map, and I think we made it in an hour.
I guess, do you want to talk a bit about what you can about
Yeah, we have
Pokemon
2 people in this
Berserk
call,
and
Devin
who is
Games.
working
Like,
on it.
y'all should talk about your games.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't talk about my own game that much, or else I'm scared I'm gonna spoil it. Only because the main thing about the game is a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
And that main thing about the game made it really hard to get like someone on the team because they would hear it because there's an original gimmick in the game, which people would hear and go, "Ooh, that sounds really interesting, sure." And then I tell them the other aspects of the game, and they'll go, "Ooh, never mind." Yeah,
Interesting.
it's
Nervous.
I don't know how people are gonna respond to the game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like it. I'm gonna make it though.
I'm curious what kind of gimmick you have that, like, just the concept of the gimmick is enough to make people turn away.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mhm.
It's interesting too because it's called Pokemon Berserk. A lot of the games that I've worked on recently, by recently I mean in like the past 2 or 3 years, have had, for some reason they always like, and it's never my idea, like somebody else brings up the idea of like a Berserk Pokemon or Pokemon going like batshit
Yeah, like
crazy.
Outbreak.
Outburst was
Outburst, sorry.
yeah, Outburst has that. We were gonna build on that more. When I was working on Lotus, that was gonna be kind of the main like Pokemon thing happening in the game as well. But like when I was working on Outburst, that was like Falcon's idea for like the Berserk Pokemon, and then for Lotus it was Lux's idea. So it's like it's interesting, and I don't know how the idea of Berserk is going to work into the game, but very interested to see what goes on.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I'm very happy with the team I have. I have obviously me. I already said Reek, Vendely, and King Waluigi.
Yeah, your team is stacked.
Honestly, like, I mean, a team stacked just if you have half of your team, period. But especially combined, dang.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy with the people I have. There are gyms in the game.
Oh, I'm disappointed now. Wow.
No,
Alright, Kitty,
Tom,
I gotta take you down.
Tom, I think you're gonna like it.
Making Vendilli work on a game that has gyms, you're destroying her
I
genius.
don't think he's
What
gonna
are you
make
doing?
Vendely do the gyms. That would be a waste of resources.
No, yeah, Vendely is in charge of the original gimmick.
See, that makes more sense.
I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, and we'll get back to my game later on because I posted about it again. So yeah, the next post, he has Frog, their map for what we now know as Legends Delta.
Yeah.
There's something odd about it. Some like of the places are like green instead of red. Do any of you know what that is about?
Green
I
instead of
think-
red?
I think that's just
Something about
Hoen's
green.
style.
Well, I mean, if
Well, I
you
think the
look
green
at-
ones aren't towns, they're like landmarks, right? Like Mount Pyre, Mount
Mhm.
whatever the other one's called, and then Veta towns.
Well, it's-
Yeah, Mountain Chimney and Granite Cave. I don't know what that one is next to Mauville
the
though.
map is a little different from
Yeah.
actual.
I mean, it's also
Hoenn.
the past.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine
Yeah,
it's
'cause,
intentional
like-
that it's different.
Yeah.
Evergrande isn't even there.
But yeah, Evergrande isn't. Well, Evergrande is barely there in the normal games.
True.
Yeah, but there's no Little Root Town. If we're going by the logic that green is not a city, then Mauville City isn't there either.
Yeah.
And neither is Lily Cove. So, very interesting.
I didn't even realize Lilycove wasn't
Wait,
there.
no. Mauville would make sense not. I mean, it depends on if they're doing like Oraz Mauville when it's like an indoor city or not.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Because that's just how I view Mauville. Because then it would make sense for it to not exist in past Hoenn.
Well, I actually touched on this in my remake video essay, which should be coming out soon-ish. TM.
Ooh.
Is that Ors really just like said, you know, all these like timeline theories, fuck them. Like, so, I think I wonder how Frog is going to treat Hoenn in terms of like the timelines. I don't know. Just an interesting thought I had.
They're gonna treat it right. Or else.
Well, I think there's no way to disrespect it just because it is so messy anyway, so just take whatever you can, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
Just
promise
as long as it has to look
I
done,
am
I'm
1,000,000% just joking when I say the or else.
Or
happy.
or else I'll still play your
Or
game.
else. Or else. Yeah.
Alright, and then the next game that's posted is Ranko's game.
Do we have a name for Ronko's game?
Let me see, because they
The
posted...
Waffle House game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Project
the
Sandy.
Waffle House game.
But this
Project
team is stacked
Sandy
as
is
well.
what they put in. Yeah, it's Ranko, Mashi, Karthik, and Frivolous Aqua.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking
Makes sense.
Stacked as well.
Aqua
Yeah.
and Ronko work together a lot, and they make good stuff.
And Mashi's on this team as well.
Marshy's definitely good.
I'm so excited too for Ronko games. I don't like Ronko games are some of the most underrated games I think in the fan game universe. Personally, I think like especially if they're exploration based, they're just so interesting. I don't know if this one's going to be exploration based, but
Yeah.
very
It does seem
excited.
to be very mystery dungeon inspired.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I guess something interesting to note is because of the theme is rebirth, it seems like a lot of people, and also because of the mystery dungeon kit for fan games has like fully come out recently. A lot of people seem to be really going towards mystery dungeon fan games because the whole gimmick of mystery dungeon is you're a human reincarnated, rebirthed as a Pokemon. So it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is always that
Although-
like one interpretation of the theme that is always just super common in the jam. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's gonna be what it is.
Probably. But no, they aren't using a mystery dungeon engine. They're still making it in PSDK.
Yeah, they're using
if I
PSDK.
remember right.
Of
Yeah.
course, Ronko's a Pistic Queen.
I was gonna say you can't be Ronko and not use PSDK anymore.
Yeah. But no, I've worked with Aqua in the past. Would love to again. I'm really looking forward to what they make. I haven't played a
Yeah.
Ranko game yet, too, so that'll be interesting.
You've played Holly Goes to the Lake.
I have. That's true.
Pretty much all the cutscenes in that game were done by Ronko because Ronko's very good when it comes to cutscenes.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Project Sandy.
I imagine that's a tentative title.
It is.
If I had to theorize, I'm guessing it's going to be about like giving rebirth to a desert, bringing life back to a dead desert.
Dude, that'd be
I think
so
that could be a
cool.
fun game.
That's
Mhm.
So
it.
cool.
And that's why they have to build a Waffle House. Really bring the customers back.
Dude, Waffle House would slap right now.
Right?
Kate at 8 a.m. hits different.
It's an interesting
Wait.
it's an interesting vibe for sure.
Wait, do you have Waffle House up there where you are?
No, no, we don't.
Oh my.
I'd have to go to
I
IHOP
have a
or
Waffle
Perkins.
House.
Swing
Yeah,
swing
look this
down
up.
to like where me and Andy live. Apparently, we will feed you some
been to
Waffle House.
House, like on vacation. It's like,
Okay, I do have a Waffle House.
I mean, it's mid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, the food,
Fair.
absolutely. The experience,
But the experience is crazy. The one time I went to Waffle House, I think there was probably. I won't expand on that, but it was certainly an experience.
When you say, because I have no idea what Waffle House is. Are you saying experience as in like they've got some sort of service, or experience as in strange characters turn up to Waffle House?
Strange characters turn up.
very
to Waffle
strange
House.
characters.
Is it
Right.
Like,
Is,
where
is
do
it
I even
strange?
begin?
Is it strange as the drug dealing movie theater?
Oh, stranger.
Stranger.
That's just
How?
normal. That's just normal for a movie theater. If people aren't like using
Yeah.
a movie theater to sell drugs, then I don't know what the movie theater's doing. Maybe it's doing something right. I don't know. But no, Waffle House, it's like everyone is just unironically just having a good time the best way that they can. And a good number of those people are probably either on alcohol or some other substance, including the
Alcohol would be
workers.
Alcohol would be the most wholesome substance that they would be on.
Yeah. Especially from where I live.
I don't know, like, I don't know if anybody else is like, the vibe that I get from people who go to Waffle House is the same vibe that I get from people, like, I don't know if this was like I don't know if either of these are like nationwide chains, but Golden Corral, and then there used to be a place called Old Country Buffet. I don't know if either of those existed where you guys are. I don't think Old Country Buffet
Yeah.
even exists anymore.
Well, Golden
But-
Corral
I've
does.
heard of Golden
Golden Corral is like
the vibe that
fancy where I live.
that's fucking wild. I would never. Go
Yeah,
to
no,
Golden
it
Corral.
like Golden Corral is still like pretty down there, but like it's also kind of expensive for like cost of living and everything around
Yeah,
here. So
It's more Old Country Buffet. Old Country Buffet had the crustiest ass people there, and there was always like 2 or 3 that were on one. Like, yeah. I do not want to tell you, like, because I've been to Waffle House once because they're not here. I have experiences like seared into my mind from going to Old Country Buffet that I will not expand on because they are not safe for work.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyways, Kenny's game.
I'm so
Yes.
excited for this game. I'm so excited. Kenny's solo
Anytime
games
Ken-
are just hit different, man. Like,
right.
I think for me, Kenny games tend to hit like the perfect balance of story and gameplay.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
yeah. And he's very mindful of, especially in at least a far-fetched story, like implementing like mini games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like definitely implementing story as well.
Oh yeah.
No, he does like putting in story. He does do that.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
Yeah,
it's in
but
the
I think
better
classic
the
not be
only-
a-
like Kenny ECAT style. Exciting.
I think the only thing we like know about in his game is the one clip of the like car running over the slowpoke.
That
I
shit was
don't
hilarious.
believe that's a real part of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's a real part of the game either.
I think he said it was. I think
I,
I
hope so.
think
I
he
think
was
that'd be
being
hilarious to be like an
sarcastic.
open, like a cold open car running over a slowpoke.
Welcome to Apocalypse 2
What do you mean? We
Oh,
already have
damn.
Apocalypse 2.
by the official creator.
But yeah.
Mm.
there's not much to say. We don't know much about the kitty game.
I don't believe we have a name, do we?
No,
Nope.
we don't
No.
even have a recruitment
On-
page to go off of.
Nope. Kenny just tweeted, solo deving again. Excited for this one.
Yeah. But we can probably talk a little bit more about the next one, because the next one's Atomic's game.
Yeah.
Yes, and
yeah.
yours is Gen 2 just like Andy's is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a. Yeah, I will avoid talking about it too much because. Not because I'm worried about spoiling it, but just because there's a probably near zero chance that I'm going to continue with this and make it a thing. But this is like, I don't know, it was just one of those shower thoughts I had. This isn't a Pokemon game at all, I just like the Gen 2 aesthetic. But, so I guess what the tweet is a picture of my very messy apartment room in real life, and then also my attempt to somewhat recreate it in a Gen 2 style. With a little character with brown hair who's supposed to resemble me somewhat. So, the point of the game, if it gets made, would just be like a not quite biographical. I'd like to keep it more fiction than that,
Mm-hmm.
but just an exploration of what I'm feeling right now and the kind of things happening around me. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd
That's a
be super
very
interested if this ends up getting
interesting-
finished.
If it,
Yeah.
and again, it's I guess Andy would suck this up because it wouldn't really be a game. It'd be pretty much completely a visual novel for that fact. There wouldn't really be any gameplay,
No.
just cutscenes. Just pure story, no Pokemon.
And I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to go about it. Alright. The next one's also pretty interesting. L's game. I don't know, because Elle has alluded in other tweets that she wants to go with a different
L L
idea.
L L L L L L L. Does that
Yes.
Probably.
Okay, good.
We gotta talk about Crimson a little bit too. Is he doing anything for this
Yes,
jam?
he is. He's doing
yeah,
a
he
game
is.
called
Okay.
Battle
So-
Citadel. He's not posting
Yeah.
about it
Ah.
other than in
No,
like,
he
ED's
wanted.
chat.
Yeah, because I'm helping with dungeon exploration, and some of this, like, he wanted some of those sprites done, like, for the jam. So he was like, Andy, get these done now before the jam starts. I was like, fine, and then post them. I apparently cannot say one of them because they're secret, even though they're public, but they're a secret to one person. I think he knows which one that is. And I think they watch the podcast occasionally, so I can't say what it is. But if you know, you know. The other one is like an evolution of... What's its name? That one like Paldea two-headed mon.
Oh,
Scorvillian?
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, Scorvillian.
Almost
Evolution
said
to
Pepper.
Mm-hmm. I made that one. But yeah, I think those are the only two. Yeah. You're welcome, Crimson. But yeah, back to L. Sorry, L. Unless they've chosen to go with a different game. Right now they're doing a FNAF Pokemon crossover.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks interesting.
I mean, I talked about this in the abstract video. I have problems with FNAF, but you know.
I will say, if this
Go
shit's gonna
for
be
it.
jump scare after jump scare,
Oh, I hope not, because she
I
has
think it
had,
will be.
she has had, I don't know if it was a jump scare
Oh,
in
Yeah,
Scotophobia,
it was.
but
There's
didn't really have
definitely
jump
two
scare.
jump scares in Scotophobia.
okay, yeah.
I just, I I am
No,
not
if
a
I
fan
ever
of
do
jump
horror,
scares.
yeah, I'm never gonna do jump scares if I ever do horror. So you guys won't have to worry about that.
Comforting to know.
Yeah, but
Just
this game
maybe
does
some
look very cool.
psychological horror.
Yeah, like looking at the picture, the
Screenshot is
recreation
great.
of
Mm-hmm.
Fazbear or whatever his cheese place is called looks really good. There's like a cute arcade section, a nice theater, just super
Yeah.
well made.
Mm-hmm.
I always love seeing how L maps.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And it seems like the gameplay for this game will actually be somewhat similar to Five Nights at Freddy. There's like a UI set up with like a flashlight battery.
It doesn't
The
look
clock.
that way because, I mean, mainly because the person is in Freddy Fazbear's and not locked in an office.
Oh right, true. Five Nights at
So it
Freddy's
might
is
be
all about
a-
camera.
Might be something like avoiding the roaming Pokemon
Dudes,
animatronics.
Whatever they're gonna do.
things.
Yeah. Looks cool.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Has my attention.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, the next one is Xenos, who I wasn't familiar with before the insert name jam, but now I am. Another PSDK.
Yeah, I like Xenos. Xenos is the dev for Dimension Defender, a very good PSDK game.
Mm. I love the graphical style in this game. It looks really clean.
Yeah, so Xenos' game is supposed to be a remake of Final Fantasy III, but with Pokemon. So it's got a very Final Fantasy overworld map, and like towns and dungeons, like getting that sort of game. So very excited and looking forward to that.
Interesting.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm not a... I have played a couple Final Fantasy games, but...
Really?
Wow.
No, because
I
like
don't think I
Wh-
finished any, though.
no,
Oh,
I
no,
We'll,
I
we'll
have
have to
finished
get you
one.
in
I think I
on
finished
some
the
Final
first
Fantasy
one.
games.
I finished the first Final Fantasy game. I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played when I was super young. What was it? Final Fantasy 6, 5? One of those, like, weird in-between ones, like, on my iPad.
do you remember the main character name or what he looked like? Or she?
Cecil, I think, was one of the characters.
Ah, I think that's. Let's see. I'm very surprised to hear that
Well,
because I feel like not that many people play Final Fantasy, especially the older ones.
Well, yeah, I've played a couple of the older ones.
I feel
So-
like I don't know.
I have that under my belt.
I have friends that are like I joined like this game design like video game dev club in college, and then like a lot of the friends that I have like I only see these guys like once or twice a year, but like when I see them they're always talking about Final Fantasy, and I'm like
It's
wait.
Final Fantasy IV that I'm playing.
Mm.
because like not all of them are like that, and like the ones that I'm closer with or like closer to the other people in the group will just absolutely flame the people who like only talk about Final Fantasy. That's really weird. Really weird. But
No, I get that. It does feel like Final Fantasy 14 fans, at least, only play Final Fantasy 14. Eefy.
Hey, I resent that. Even though I've been sitting here like hoping to slide in. Hey, by the way, have you heard about critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14?
Not an MMO guy.
I mean, they have made it a lot better where it's not as MMO. if you play like the free trial, you can do it solo without having to interact with other people, which I'm kind of a fan of lately. But no, that's fair. 14 has such a
Yeah.
good story, and I'm nowhere near the start of, like, I've started Dawn Trail because it came out last week. I've barely touched it, and I'm already emotional. Like, I'm scared to be emotional, but I'm a little emotional.
But yeah, so
I'm scared.
I've actually not played Final Fantasy 3, I think. Which is what they're
Well,
adapting.
when you said you played the first Final Fantasy, Andy,
Yeah.
that might have meant you've played this, because I know Final Fantasy 1 in Japan is called Final Fantasy 3 in the West, or vice versa, or something. It's very confusing. The first three numbers don't quite line up between Japan and the
They
West.
don't?
So maybe you have, but I don't know.
Wait, which one do you think I'm talking about? Because the one I'm thinking for, like, Final Fantasy 1 is, like... It's very, like, generic 4 classes that are, like, the Heroes of Light. You name them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, I don't know any details about Final Fantasy 1 to 3.
Oh.
I just know that the numbering is inconsistent across countries,
Mm-hmm.
specifically about 1 to 3.
Weird. So maybe it is.
So maybe it
knows?
is.
Alright, anyways, that's our Final Fantasy talk. The next one we probably won't talk about long, because all we have is a name. Pokemon Brass version.
Yes, but the dev, Tango, I believe, worked on Pokemon Synthetic.
Ooh.
I could be
Well-
wrong about that. Maybe I should fact check.
So I
Let
can
me
tell
check.
you this. I know for a fact that Evan is working on a game, so this could be that game.
Maybe.
Right.
And Brass also looks like it's Gen 2 style.
Actually, yeah, let me go back
Which
because I think
I'm-
How
Evan
many
literally
Gen
said
2 games
Evan
have
literally
you
said
played?
it was going to be in a Gen 2 style.
I'm
too. I
not
think this is Evan's
complaining.
game.
Gen 2 style is my favorite style. Hoenn is my favorite region.
So basically, if there's a Gen 2 Hoenn game, you're just sold.
I will actually... I can't say the thing that I'm about to...
EP.
I will be incredibly happy. We'll keep it PG.
That's not like you.
Ethan, I think you've been spending too much time with Tom.
Maybe? Or maybe these are my true colors and I suppressed them during stream. A little of both.
Maybe.
Might be a little of both.
Yeah. Wait, why can't I find Synthetic in the list of Game Jam games?
It was a few
I've
years
got-
ago, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking. Do you know
So
which
Dev,
jam
yeah.
it is?
Tango, Koyo, Anti-Ant, Evan, JW Nuts was the dev team for Synthetic. So if they're working again with Evan, I imagine this is also Evan's game.
Maybe. I
Yeah,
can
I
see
think
that.
so.
Yeah, does anyone have anything to say with Brass other than that?
I mean, I'm excited. Evan games have always been good. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, next post is just about sprites for Onko's game, the Orb Store.
It is a very beautiful bunch of orbs. What do we think these
Yes.
orbs might mean?
I don't know, but I want to contemplate the one on the third row,
Oh no, I know.
second one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
knew you were gonna
different.
talk
I
about
want
it.
to contemplate it. I am contemplating it. It's so different. So
I
pretty.
feel like I need a description to know what that actually is.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
a
like an
spiky
orb,
red, like
like a sunstone.
It does look like
that's
it's on
kinda
stone.
what it looks like to me. Personally, I think the fourth one on the top row has to do with Ultra Beasts. I don't know about you.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I see
that
that.
Oh,
I
you're
see
totally
that.
on it.
That makes sense.
This is a podcast, and we're trying to explain this.
Yeah. It's like it's blue.
Y'all
There's
can
a
go
white
to the
circle in the
go to the
middle.
hashtag for yourself. There's not that many tweets on it.
Yeah. Hashtag EE Game Jam.
We probably should have said that at the start, but that's okay.
Yeah.
If we didn't already,
And then
I feel bad for whoever M and Edgar are that had a $69 prize for their game jam that used the same hashtag back in 2023. It's like, well, you only used it once, so
Well, it's been a year now, so I don't think they'll mind too much.
nah.
But yeah, after that's another Legends Delta. The title screen looks cool.
Yeah, I do like that font.
Yeah, I think we've already... I don't think we have anything else to say about Delta. So actually, this next one. Do you guys know who Aldo is? Do you remember him?
Yes.
They worked on the game that we talk about every podcast episode, Pokemon Abstract.
Oh, shut up.
Well,
there
am I
has to
right?
be an episode we haven't talked about it.
Oh, are you now thinking about? I think we have.
I'm like
we have.
90% sure we've mentioned abstract in every episode so far.
It's not like it's unjustified, but
Oh yeah.
it's just
And
funny.
this isn't us being like, well, if we've got to have an intervention, it's a little self-absorbed. No, it's just
Yeah.
you're pulling from your own past experiences. Just like
Yeah.
I keep bringing up, like Reborn and Rejuvenation. Those are the games that have
But
made
it's
the most
not
impression
even,
on
like,
me.
We also straight up had an episode about getting N on, and obviously
would've
he's going to
been-
talk about it. We had an
Yeah.
episode
Weird if we
about the
didn't
game
mention it.
jam that it was made for.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Aldo. I've loved working with him. I'm very excited to see. He has made solo dev project, or at least like main dev projects in the past for game jams, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you guys have ever played them. I haven't. Let me look
For
up
game
what they were.
jams?
Yeah.
Oh, is this Aldo's brother? This is the Plans Simple?
Oh, that
No.
game.
I don't think that was him.
Oh.
No,
Played
I'm
Simple.
wrong.
Aldo did like the Labyrinth demo. That was one he did. I think Pokemon Surge.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think I've played it.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think he participated. I looked like the Poke Community Game Jam. I think they did that once. And he made a mystery dungeon game, and it looks like he's doing another mystery dungeon game. I think.
Is Aldo... Is there also someone called Aldo's brother?
Is it
Let me look at
Adel's
Plain
brother?
Simple.
Maybe,
Adel.
maybe
It's
I'm...
Adel, not Aldo.
Adel's brother.
Yeah,
I'm getting my names mixed up. There you go, if that makes sense.
yeah. No, so I'm very excited to see what Aldo cooks up.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps that, you know, I like to imagine we're friends.
There's quite a few other games that I know that are in development that haven't been really like talked about much as well. One of those is a Maruno, like solely triple
Oh, right.
triad game, and I
No, yeah.
believe
Wait, is
Duke
Maruno
might be
jamming?
working on that as well.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at triple triad.
I'm not good at it either, but
I mean, once we were done with the hashtag, I was gonna go through the recruitment page and
oh yeah,
talk about those.
I think we're done with the hashtag now, aren't we?
We
I
have
think
two
so,
left.
except for
There's 2 left. Okay.
But it's about games we've talked about before.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
just one of them is auto tiles for Delta, and then it's my pick about the starters of Berserk.
Oh yeah.
which were
Which
made
set
by
are
King
y'all picking?
Waluigi.
I always pick the fire type.
Let me get a good look at these bad boys. Definitely fire type. I mean, it's a cute bat.
Yeah.
I also think the fire type is by far and away the best one here.
The grass one, I want to love the grass one a little more, but it looks like some sort of a mole with grapes coming out of his ass.
Okay, buddy.
It's a
Hey, that,
shrew,
like-
okay?
That could be
know.
just like, you know, it could produce wine or something.
Yeah.
That,
yeah.
It's the
that-
same
that would
thing
be a
as
great-
the abstract starter, isn't it?
No, I want to say, the abstract star was based off of Desmond. This one's based off of Shrew.
Oh.
But yes, they look very similar. In fact, all of these are kind of similar because to the abstract starter trios. I
The
was not
fire
the
was
one who
more an
came up-
owl, not a bat, though.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, they parallel with like the fire starter being a winged creature, the water one being like a feline, and then obviously the grass starter looks very similar.
Yeah.
I know your gimmick, Andy. I figured it out. For Rebirth, you're remaking Abstract in Gen 2.
Ah, there we go.
It makes
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that. But yeah, the typings are grass, fire, flying, water. They evolve into. I'm saying this because King Waluigi's already said, for some reason. The Evos are grass, psychic, fire, dark, and water, poison.
Let's go fire dark type. I'm even more
Interesting.
excited now. Fire dark type is
Heck
my
yeah.
favorite type combination
Oh.
in terms of
The water
potential
type
that you
is
can
a
do with it.
chimera. Or at least evolves into a chimera.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
it gives Chimera vibes. I like it.
what you have to worry about King Waluigi is actually spoiling your entire game. But
Yeah, That's what I've realized. He's just been like, I'm like, wow, you revealed a lot about the starters. Like, I was gonna hold off on, like, revealing them for a while, but when he posted them on, like, the EV Expo forum, I was like, alright then. He hasn't, he has made a song for it, which is a little spoilery, and he did refrain from posting it, so, good job, King
Exciting.
Waluigi.
Are you talking from experience, Cade, about King Waluigi spoiling everything?
I have not worked on a game with King Waluigi before. I just know he loves to talk about the games he's working on. There
So
have been
have I,
times
so
where
this
I've
next
been
month I
streaming
get it.
and he'll send me like 2 or 3 different like things of the game that he's working on, and then I'll show him on screen. And like
He
this
did
is a
that to me
common
too during
occurrence.
Flower Jam.
This is a common occurrence too. This isn't like a one-off.
I see.
I've never worked with King Waluigi on a game before, so I don't know.
I've been trying to work with King Waluigi in the past, so I think this is finally the one. The most recent one obviously being Iron Memory. We were gonna work together. Before that, Lost Power, but then he left and did Legends Darkest Day. So, you know, I think this is the one. But yeah, there's not much else to say about that. So, moving on to the recruitment page.
Well, there's a few things that a few names that I really want to point out on this recruitment page.
Hmm.
A lot of them have been taken, or like a lot of people volunteering have been taken. But like for example, I think like Doof, aka Sparto, I believe joined Maruno. I don't know this for fact,
Oh!
but I'm pretty sure it's Doof and Maruno on the Triple Triad game,
Interesting.
which I'm very excited for. Another name, if someone else wants to butt in, they can. Another name that I'm very interested in is Alterax was looking for a spriter and a writer. Now this, if there was anybody recruiting who was gonna make me instantly gain motivation, it was actually going to be these guys. I was so close to being like, hey, I'll write for your game to Alterax. Because
Nice.
Petra Mandala is such an interesting, unique game, and the writing is just leaves a little bit to be desired. So that's where I would have been like, dude, I
Put me in, coach.
Petra Mandala with writing would have been so crazy good.
And also not wild encounters every single step you take.
Yeah, I mean that too. That too. And like that's the thing. Like if I join in like a jam team, like obviously I'm probably gonna be joining as like a writing role, but I'm very much more of like a generalist. And I can give you, from like a player perspective, ideas on like things to change and whatnot. But there's other names in this recruitment thread as well.
But yeah, Celestial Firo is making an Animal Crossing-like game.
That sounds nice.
Ooh.
It's dope.
I mean, all you have to say is Celestial Firo, and I get excited, honestly.
Yeah, you arrive in a town, and you must help it to be rebirthed. Darksea Devil is making Rebirth 8, a Pokemon variation on Exit 8, in similar Spot the Anomaly games.
Ooh.
Oh, that could be cute.
Okay.
Appleton's Apples Lifeless, a game themed around natural decay and restoring the region's fauna and flora.
I do like that idea.
Yeah, I really like that take on the theme.
Yeah?
Very exciting.
Never This Again is looking to make another game.
Yeah, that was something that like looks super dope as well. Never This Again games are great.
Absolutely, probably one of my favorite devs.
But yeah, we don't really know anything. All we see is like Pokemon, like he's looking for spiders that make Pokemon look like they've been infected by a parasite. So, you know,
I'm calling
run
it
with that
now.
what you will.
Every Never This Again game has like a pretty ordinary Pokemon with their concept taken to an extreme, being an evil mastermind, making a really messed up situation. I reckon they're making a game about Paris. That's my early bet. I think they're taking Parasect and saying, what if Parasect takes over a whole ecosystem?
Interesting. I'm here for it.
That's my crackpot theory of the day.
Alright,
I'll see you in 6 weeks.
We'll see if it holds up. Yeah, Maruno is making Pokemon Triple Triad game. I don't think Maruno's ever participated in a game jam.
Yes, he has. You've forgotten Pokemon Morbius.
What?
It's not called Morbius, it's called Mobius. But he worked
Yeah.
with Marin and made a game called Mobius, which has aged very funnily in my opinion because it sounds a lot like Morbius.
Yeah,
How have I missed this?
this was a while ago.
Oh.
It also
Like,
did not get much attention.
It did not get much
Summer Jam
attention.
6.
Oh, that
I
was
wanted
the
to play it,
first
but
jam I was in.
I never got to play it.
I also never played it.
Was
I
I?
believe
I was
the
streaming
idea
at that
was-
point. I don't remember why I didn't.
I guess there's a lot of game jam games.
Oh, that was the same year as Parallax. That's some of why.
Mm.
That was another one where everything was happening all at once.
I can see
It
it.
was summer of 2020.
Yeah, summer 2020 jam.
We all remember those days, and we don't want to, especially those of us in healthcare with the trauma.
Yeah, I can see that. Next is Pokemon Mineral. Looks like they'll be using the mining minigame. Yeah, this is about the mining minigame. And exploring
Love
the
it.
ruins
I
of the
love
Sinner
mining.
region.
I love mining.
Same here.
Okay.
It's funny, Nand is like terrible at the mining minigame. And so I
How?
love
It's
just
not
like,
that difficult.
How can you be terrible? It's just big hammer, small hammer.
I know. Well, no, he never finds anything. And so I love rubbing it in his face. Like, every time I do it, I always get everything that's in the minigame. So I'm gonna love playing that with Nand. That's all I care about in this game, to be honest.
What a dummy.
And then, yeah, next is the Crimson game, Pokemon Battle Citadel.
New
Very
Mega
interested for
Evolutions.
this game, actually, because Battle Mountain a few years ago was really good, and if it's gonna be in kind of the same vein, I'm really interested in seeing how that works, because I like Crimson's like battle sim type games because they're a lot more simple, and you don't have to like customize like literally every single IV of your Pokemon. You're just like giving them on with a moveset, maybe a few TMs, and they're just like, go have fun. The team building aspect is interesting, but it's not too complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and also, apparently the game has some kind of focus on Gen 6.
Yeah. Which is nice. Get people, geared up for Legends, for Zaza.
ZA. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, and
Legends
there's
Zaza.
a little post with more pictures of my game if you want to see that. For the Sakura who joined Ranko. Rainfall volunteers, yeah, I think that's...
Dude, I'm so, like, I don't know if Riley just hasn't like forgot to like cross out their like volunteering post, but if nobody has picked up Riley, what are people doing? Like, they're so talented. Like, please, somebody pick them up.
Oh, there is one project we know of that we haven't talked about, and that's Nan the Swords game.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen a lot of stuff.
Can't believe we've avoided that somehow.
I haven't seen a lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
it's
on
not
that game.
posted.
Oh,
He hasn't
that's
said
why.
anything. But... Evie, why didn't you post your thumbnails for Abstract? I just noticed that.
Because we were talking about
The
how
starters.
they have the starters have the theme.
But no, I can say, even though he hasn't posted anything, he has been making progress. He has a full team of 4. You guys don't know who any of the people are in the team. It's not anyone in the Relic Castle community.
What's Relic Castle?
EV Expo. That's gonna take some time.
It's time to wake up, Andy.
That's gonna take some time to get used to. But yeah, he's making progress. I think 2 routes are done of his.
I think he posted a region map
Oh,
Did
he
he?
did. You're
on
right.
the Discord.
Yeah, and this one, he's getting better about his laziness. It only took a single day to make it instead of a week.
Don't
Damn.
spread that kind of toxic information. People should take their time with things and not rush into it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think he should just stop being lazy. I mean, what? It's been over a year and he still hasn't finished that devlog video for Abstract? Come on, he has to get on it.
I know, it only took you 11 months.
I know.
I mean, it took me like 4 months to do the whole team player video. This next one, hopefully, is 3 months at most.
Yeah. Hopefully, because I'm making another devlog for this jam, because the last one did well, hopefully it doesn't, take a year again. I can hope.
Here's hoping.
It's really tough to do the things in like the process of making like a video essay that you don't enjoy doing, which for me is editing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I fucking hate editing so much.
For me, like, the worst part of editing is, like, cutting out all the pauses and, like, arranging the clips in order. It's just so tedious.
Yeah, that's really tough.
See, I could do that if I didn't despise the sound of my own voice.
It's
Yeah,
really
same
tough.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
we
if y'all
do
need
have-
me to edit videos for y'all, just hit me up.
That's good to know.
Yeah, very good to know.
But... No, we do have a name for Nan's game. It's Pokemon Unspoken.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Given the fact that Nand loves making games about kind of like quote unquote real problems. Why is that the best thing I can think of? Like that's a term I can
I think that's a
right
quote
Relatable.
from him as well.
Relatable problems?
now. Relatable problems. That's a lot
Hmm.
better. I'm very interested in the fact that this is called Pokemon Unspoken.
I mean, on the podcast, he said that it was gonna be about, like, struggling with communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
So that's
hence
gonna be interesting.
unspoken.
Yeah, I will say with my game, there isn't, like, there is a theme and, like, a moral, but it's not as deep as abstract. But also, because of the crazy twist with my game that I can't say, it would feel overstuffed if there was. I tried putting in a deep moral, I really did, but it was not working. But yeah, I don't know, this jam, obviously, not all of these projects will come out.
Unfortunately.
That's just the nature
Yeah,
of the jam.
that's the thing that I think everybody needs to be aware of.
And that's okay.
Here, because like
Yeah.
the jam is a very stressful time. Motivation gets lost at a record pace.
Hmm.
And we should appreciate and lift up the people who have lost their motivation and have decided to actually like do what is right for them and stop working on their game. Because we like if we're gonna be out here acting all disappointed when X and Y doesn't release their jam game because it didn't get finished, then that makes those people like feel a lot worse about
Yeah.
making the
Yeah.
correct decision for their well-being. So
Yeah.
I think
Like,
it's
you, at the end of the day, you sat down and said, I'm gonna try to make a game. That's still more than I'm gonna be doing.
yeah.
Yeah? No,
Like,
I think I can reveal, like, my game is about, like, not pushing yourself too much in order to, like, yeah, just not pushing yourself too much. So,
hmm
you know, I'm also gonna try then to also not push myself too much, or else the game itself would kind of be an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if I
mean,
find out that you've been overworking yourself, I will gladly beat you over the head with a hammer.
that's good to know.
How long
I
was
mean
your
that with
contract?
love and a threat.
What do you say?
At least until the end of Jam. That contract stands until the end of Jam.
Until the end of June.
Jam.
Jam.
July. Oh, Jam. I was gonna say, I'm like, it's July. So, do you mean next June? Because if so, that's a long time.
An
I mean,
annual
you should never be
contract where
overworking
if you...
yourself, is my personal opinion, but
Yeah.
we all know how that
Treat
plays
it.
out.
Ooh, I have. You guys will be proud of me. I have played a game since last time we've talked.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah, I played 2 levels of Celeste.
Nice.
Oh,
So let's
Nice.
like $2 now, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sale.
I didn't buy it for myself. Nand was like, you need to play it, and then bought it for me.
Yeah, if you don't have like I haven't played Celeste, but I have it through like a different game pack that I bought. Like,
Mhm.
go play Celeste. Like it's such a good game.
I
That was-
almost
I don't want to play. I haven't played it because I don't want to hate myself for being bad at video games.
Yeah. No, like
No,
when I was playing through the
Celeste is,
first
like,
level,
opposite
I
of
was
that,
hating
though.
the game. I was absolutely despising it. I was just like, this sucks. I'm terrible at this. This is so... Fuck this game. The amount of times I swore in that Call It Nand. Too many. The second
That's so
level,
messed
though...
up.
The second level was better. I was enjoying it a lot more. It was a lot more calm. A lot more relaxing.
Like, the whole point of Celeste is to, like, come to terms with that, like, it's okay to fail, just breathe in, take it slow, do your best. It's supposed to be, like, a really motivational game, not, like,
yeah.
one to make you angry.
Well, I
So
also
it's
have
not
a little bit of
Cuphead, is what
anger
you're talking
issues.
about.
I mean, I guess the anger's kind of part of it. Like it kind of teaches you, it's okay to process your emotions at the same time. Like, yeah, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I'm going to be mad, but I also understand I've got to get through this, and I've got to accept that this is a limitation of myself, and I'm gonna keep going.
That was
Yeah,
one
like,
thing.
that's-
It's like,
that's a
I
game.
didn't stop
Easier said than
the game.
done, but
Like, I didn't stop, but like I kept going. Like I was saying, it was like meth. Celeste was like meth.
How do you know to compare it to meth?
so yeah, that's a good question too. Also,
Well, no,
glad
just-
we're bringing Waffle House back into the conversation here.
Yeah, like literally.
Well, no, just because it was like addictive and like in the way that it was like I was getting angry and I was like getting frustrated, and like in that case it wasn't really good for me, but I couldn't stop.
I feel like you're pissing on everything that Celeste stands for. It's supposed to be a wholesome game.
Okay.
Poor Celeste. Maybe by the time you reach for credits, you reach the summit of the mountain, you'll be a changed man.
I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I am glad you're that confident in me, Tom.
I believe in you.
I share that confidence.
I don't.
I guess only time will tell. Maybe a couple of streams will change your mind. Sometimes you just need a little bit of encouragement from a bunch of strangers on the internet and maybe a couple of friends.
Yeah. I know, I do have a little bit of motivation because my brother said every level I beat, he's gonna beat, like, deathless.
Okay.
So
That's
if I
wild.
beat the entire game, he has to beat the entire game deathless. So I kinda want to do that to him.
I think that would be great.
But yeah,
There's nothing
Kate,
more
you said you
motivating
were
than
also-
spite.
Oh yeah. Kate, you were saying you've also played a game recently?
Yeah, I played and finished. I started and finished Litharion this week.
Oh yeah!
Yeah,
Did you do the tree?
tree.
I don't
Tree.
think you did for tree.
What?
Do the tree.
There's a random headbutt tree early on in the game. That has
Oh,
a
and then the
small
whole
chance of a
Deoxys. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I didn't do that. I kept forgetting about headbutt, and I did it on like a few trees, and I just found like Starlies and Emolgas, and I was like, well, because that I was essentially conditioned to be like, I literally have caught these two Pokemon already, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
We should have warned you. Headbutt all the trees.
Well, yeah, now I remember. Now I'm disappointed that I didn't do that. But what I will say is I think from my chat's reaction, apparently the final boss was supposed to be a lot more difficult than it was to me. I beat it on my second try.
You lucky bitch.
Oh.
It took me a lot of tries, but I'm also just bad at Pokemon.
Well, yeah.
Same.
See, I've been trained in the high waters of Ash and Frost.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Of the moment you lose to a boss team in Ash and Frost, I'm instantly like, okay, how can I counter team this? How can I change my strategy to like alleviate the problem? And I don't know how far should we get into spoilers? Because I can talk about what I
Ooh.
did.
I mean, I am probably not gonna play the game, so you can go.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
And if you're just talking about the team of the final boss, then I don't think that's a big deal.
Nah.
Okay, so yeah, no, I won't talk about the story, but the main problem for me was the Matang.
Really?
Well, yeah.
That makes sense.
What was the main problem for you?
A ferrothorn or ferroseed kicks
Yeah,
my
that
arm.
ferocity-
So I had caught, yeah, that was kind of a problem for me, but I had caught a Ponyta on that route, and it was training it up, so I just trained it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it took care of that. But my big strat was the fact that Matang Zen Headbutt plus having another Pokemon on the field at the same time is like really difficult. And like Matang is very defensive, a great typing against my team defensively. So what I did was I had already taken out the Ferroseed and the Tortuga, I think, which was nice because I picked Shroomish as my starter, so the Tortuga wasn't tough, and then the Ferroseed wasn't bad either. But what I did was I left the Golett alive on like 3 health and spored it, or not spored it, yawned it with my Slowpoke, and then it was my Slowpoke and my Shroomish, and I just Leech Seed stalled the Matang, and then I think I also put that to sleep as well. I got really lucky in my sleep, so I got like higher turns in terms of sleep. And then it finally took out my Shroomish, and then my Ponyta came in and just outsped everything, which was
nice.
It was nice to like, you know, I think had I taken, because I had multiple opportunities to take out the Golett like before, and then it would have been the Matang and like the Tortuga on the field at the same time. I don't think I would have been able to deal with both of those Pokemon at the same time, even though it probably Tortuga just got one shot by Mega Drain. It was really tough, I think. And I think another thing was definitely having a Ponyta trained up, because the first time I tried it, that Ferroseed and Golett just kind of worked my team, because it was just really tough. But I will say, like, for that boss, having a Firewater Grass Core by the time you face that boss is like very important. Like, Firewater Grass can take out every single Pokemon that they have.
Yeah, I was just missing the fire.
Yeah, and but
I think that was my problem too.
That is, I think, an interesting point, because this game kind of suffers from the Gen 4 syndrome. Like, the only 2 fire Pokemon you can catch in the game, from my understanding, are the starter and a Ponyta.
Well,
I did not run into a fire type anywhere else.
and the other starter I got, the Growlithe, in this game, is made pure normal type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, the other starters are just normal types, right? And there's like,
Yeah.
You get 2 sets of starters. First
Yeah.
proper, second set all normal.
Oh, interesting.
well, that one is through like the quiz, right? That like it decides what you get.
The
Yeah.
quiz, yeah.
Or you can just decide which one you want. Yeah, I know that.
Oh yeah.
And that's
also-
where Litharion comes from. Growlithe,
Yeah.
Spear, and then Eon for Eevee.
Yeah.
But also,
I didn't know
before
that.
we go, I don't know, I thought I'd bring up. Actually, before that, since next episode is our episode, we had this idea before I think it would work best for the 10th episode if we did like people ask us questions and we answer them.
Ooh, I'm down for Q&A.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess depending on how many
I won't be
questions we
here,
get,
so
it
y'all
just
can
be a
have fun.
small segment or...
So everybody, leave in the comments questions specifically for Cade,
And then they can try and
and then
answer
episode
them.
11. Oh, I like that even better.
Yeah, well, guess what Kane's answer is.
Actually, I think that'd
So,
be
yeah.
so fun for me to watch
That-
after.
That would be hilarious.
Alright, yeah, we're doing that.
I guess maybe just, yeah. I don't know.
I
can
mean,
you,
definitely
like, slice this
still-
portion of a podcast and put it at the start.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Or just like put it in like a pinned comment or something like that.
Yeah, or a pinned
Yeah,
comment.
we can do that. Yeah, I think doing a pinned comment would be best. But no, what,
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna say, and this also opens up to you guys, since King Waluigi is doing Gen 2 remixes, if there's a song you want to see a Gen 2 remix, let me know.
Lily
Like
Cove.
in the Gen 2 sound font?
Yeah.
Lily Cove.
Lily Cove? Okay.
Dude, I want to hear like an Ends Castle bridge in Gen
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, what's the name of that, like, depressing song from Black and White? It's like
2.
Bianca's...
Unwavering Emotions? The piano.
Yeah, Unwavering Emotions.
Oh.
I
wonder
don't
if that
know
would
how
work
hard
at
that would
all.
hit in Gen 2 aesthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might not translate well.
You want to know how how you can make it really hit? You listen to a live orchestra play it.
Dude, the live orchestra version is so...
Symphonic Evolutions, I was in tears.
I wish I got to see Symphonics Evolutions. Still exists. That shit was crazy.
It
let me think of
was.
other themes. Trying to think. So you've got the Ends Castle Bridge, which is like honestly very like honestly Ends Castle Bridge is like such a unique theme, but it can also be used in it's so flexibly. Like I feel like it's just that good of a theme where like you can use it in a lot of different situations. I think for like a route theme, you'd either do Route 209 or Route 10 from Black and White. Bangers, both of those.
I guess we
I
can
think it's
probably wrap it up soon. Or
Yeah.
If y'all want
So I
to.
think Cade said.
Well,
he
it
wants
is. So there's like a parade type thing for the 4th of July that normally starts at 10 that we go watch. It is raining, so that will not be happening.
Ugh.
So I can keep going.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I just honestly, I think taking themes that you know are gonna fit your situations, because really, I think like, obviously we know that games are, or like, the music is only as good as like the situation you put it in. I feel
Well,
like, and
Mm-hmm.
we only know like all these legendary themes from Pokemon are only there because the situation they were put in. So like obviously the themes themselves are great, like,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh my god, the music theory is so good, look at the melody on the 3rd 8th note, oh it's so good. Like, no. Nah, bro, it's how well the music captures my emotions in the situation that I'm playing. Like,
Definitely.
Yeah. I was just wondering because, you know, I'm in the situation where I can just be like, King Waluigi, make the song into Gen 2, alright, goodbye.
speaking of, I did watch a music theory video on apparently how crazy the music theory of the lake theme from Diamond and Pearl is, so maybe that's an interesting one. Something about like switching chords 10 times a fucking song or something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about music theory, so I know more about like rap music theory than anything else.
Sorry, while looking at N's Castle Bridge, I just saw a YouTube comment from 11 years ago, and this is so funny now. I'm dreading the day when Pokemon finally leaves its 2D origins. Really hoping Nintendo doesn't listen to all the new fans clamoring for full 3D graphics. Sigh. 2D Pokemon.
Oh.
2D Pokemon
Sorry,
with an
that was the
overhead
second
view.
to last 2D game you got.
And with 3D cutscenes is the perfect formula. Don't change it. Well,
They should have kept it. They could have kept it.
They could have.
Yeah, I wonder how they feel now.
I mean, if they felt so strongly about 3D being a failure, they would switch back to 2D, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I don't. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I wish it was.
I feel like there are some Pokemon that I don't think some Pokemon would translate well into 2D.
Such as.
Shoot. I see like whenever I look at the Delphox sprite, that's one Pokemon that did not translate well into sprite form in fan games. I think so.
Check.
It doesn't seem like it'd be hard.
Because I
I were to say like
I kinda
Phalanx or
agree
something
with
like
you.
that. That would have been my first
Yeah, Phalanx is another one.
thought.
I feel like just for simpler Pokemon that are just more shape-wise in 3D, like maybe like Bellibolt or Beware.
Yeah.
But I feel like Delphox has a fair bit of detail that comes out quite nicely in Sprite.
Yeah. I mean, even like here, I could post the Gen 2 sprite at least of Delphox. And I don't think it.
Oh, that's a really good Delphox.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
Delphox
like
might not
Delphox
be the
can
best
work.
example.
Maybe not. That is not the Delphox I'm used to seeing. Maybe that's some of it. I'll show you all the Delphox I'm used to seeing.
Oh.
Let me see. I don't know how to find.
I just saw Gen 2 Zacian and Zamazenta, and they are so squished to like fit in the size.
Gen 2 sprites are really cool because they only use 2 colors, and a lot of Pokemon nowadays have more than 2 colors on them.
Yeah.
A little.
They had to get really creative.
Yeah.
And I think they did a fun job.
Yeah.
I think Siglif is like one of the only Pokemon that completely break in Gen 2 just because there's so many colored stripes.
Sigilyph.
Yeah. Sigilif's would be a tough Pokemon.
Sigilyph, sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to say these Pokemon names.
Does anybody?
I mean, my friends pretend to. They act like they'll call me out if I pronounce one wrong, and I'm just like, buddy, I don't care.
I mean, apparently,
If y'all know what
apparently,
I'm talking
even though
about,
I
then
copied,
it's close enough to correct.
Yeah.
I copy how they say it in the anime when they say Ferroseed and Ferrothorn, but apparently I'm the one in the wrong.
Yeah, my friend does that with like Silvally. Apparently it's Silvally, which I guess technically makes sense, but who
I do
says it's
Silvally.
Silvally?
I always
At
do Silvally. Or Silverly? I do Silverly.
Silverly.
Okay, well that one's just wrong, but
Yeah.
Hey!
It's like whenever I start calling Arceus Arceus, just to say something
Okay,
different.
Arceus, I can't back you up there. I get Arceus, I get Arceus.
No, I intentionally say it Arceus just to be a piece of shit.
yeah, that's funny.
I think there was a Pokemon talk about that? Where they like call him Arceus?
Oh, I hope not.
I'm pretty sure there is. I remember that. Because it's like, how do you say his name again? And then it's like they're debating on if it's Arceus or like, what was it, Arceus?
Arceus and Arceus is a
Yeah.
common.
They are debating, and then he's like, no, my name is actually Arceus. Yeah, no, that was... Yeah, no, it's Arceus, so you stole their gag, Ethan.
Damn.
Or maybe they stole it from Eevee.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they stole it from me, actually.
The video came out 7 years ago.
Eevee was alive 7 years ago, so I'll give it to him.
Okay, but did he start calling him Arceus 7 years ago?
Yeah, do you have proof he didn't?
Does he have proof he did?
Yeah, I remember 8 years ago, in fact, Eevee told me, hey, check this out,
Yeah.
Arceus. I was there.
Yeah. Tom's been around for a lot of my weird pronunciation of things. Like,
Yeah, like that one.
I hate the word yacht, so sometimes I will explicitly say yatched, just because that is how it's spelled. Yacht does not make sense. Yatched. It is spelled yatched.
There are so many, like, baloney doesn't make sense.
Well, that's because like
That's it. It's
because
a
in
foreign
Italian
word.
it's not pronounced bologna. It's pronounced bologna in Italian, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that would make more sense.
One of my coworkers, we always go on a walk after lunch, and he's like, "Y'all want to walk?" Drives me fucking
Oh.
crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. That's... Okay.
That's wild.
I know. Crazy.
Something I should probably say. The one part I don't like about making a Gen 2 game, I can't have overworld shadows.
I mean, you could. They just look horrible.
Yeah. I know.
Something that is actually tough with Gen 2, because the screen is like so zoomed in and tiny, and the text box is like 1/3 of
Yeah.
the screen, it's really hard to do cutscenes that look nice.
Yeah.
Especially
have the-
because...
Text box present, but yeah.
Especially because we're doing like name windows, which takes up even more space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's 50% of your screen gone.
Yeah. So that's been a little frustrating, but there's not really anything we can do about it. It's just like, well, oh well. I don't think anyone's done name windows in Gen 2 before.
I don't know. I can't recall anything.
Not that I can remember.
Probably for that reason, honestly. Like,
Yeah. I don't know, I think they look nice, so I'm gonna keep them. Alright, well.
I'm trying to remember if the Looker had name windows. There were
I don't
portraits,
think
but I
so.
don't remember.
I don't think so. It doesn't show in screenshots, so...
Okay, then probably just portraits.
Alright. Does anyone want to say anything else? Oh, something we can. We did, I don't know how many people saw. We got a comment from the developer, Misty Orange.
oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably the one all the comments were directed towards. Because I was the most vocally, like, questionable about the game.
Hey, I was also pretty vocally.
I think...
I was gonna say, I think it was Andy, because Andy was
Yeah.
like the one person being like, I think it's too much, I think it's beyond enjoyable for me.
Well, no, I said it was entertaining.
I think my whole point is that, like, the game
just
is
was
not
like-
for me, but I very much like respected it as probably the most high effort parody game I've seen in terms of a fan game, and like while the humor is a little I wouldn't say
Not your
dark
taste.
for me, but a little
Immature.
not mature.
No,
I guess-
immature.
Almost edgy, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I guess like edgy brain rot kind of. for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I like all of these things that I talk about. This is not like me hating on the game. I want to make that clear. It's more like me personally, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
the game
definitely.
itself is amazing in terms of like quality.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I agree. Like, I feel like the harshest I got was like, for me, I feel like it's just like a terrible premise done immaculately.
I mean, it's a hilarious premise, honestly, and it's done very well. That premise, though, is not interesting to me.
Wow,
I-
you don't.
I was like, I didn't think they would find a way to like make the ages like not feel weird, but the way they like describe that like decision, I'm like, no, that's fair.
Hmm.
Because that was my main thing that I was like, I don't know about that, man, but no. They turned me around on that. Oh, we now have 2 episodes that have hit 100 views.
Oh heck yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing something right.
Yeah. But I think, like, with the comment from the Misty Orange dev, it just kind of showed me, like, how... I don't want to, like, pat ourselves on the back too much, but, like, I'd say the podcast is doing pretty well.
I'd like to think so, or at least well enough.
Yeah. Like, people
We're
check
not
it out
canceled
every
yet.
once in a while. Somehow.
I was literally about to say somehow as well. Like,
N was pushing it.
Trans rights, happy pride.
Yeah.
Yep. I also think it's funny that, like, Celeste has very much become a trans game because of the developer figured out they were trans while making it. So I think it's very funny that N recommended Celeste to you almost as if he was trying to make up for past mistakes against the community.
Yeah. No, but it's like with all the hot takes and wild stuff I've said, I'm surprised the community doesn't hate me yet.
No, they'd end up
Yeah.
hating me before they hate you.
I don't know. I'd back you in most of the
it's
time,
wild.
Ify.
I feel like I might be the most hated one out here. So
Really? Because I feel like every other month there's some developer that has like an issue with me.
And did you forget that Andy doesn't like Farfetch Story? Like,
okay, yeah. Wait, no, never
You're
mind,
right.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, never mind.
Scratch that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, like, I've worked hard to reach my title of.
I was so
Most
scared you were gonna say
controversial.
something when we were looking at Kenny's game and talking about like his good story-based games. I was like, oh, he's not gonna diss Farfetched, are you?
Dude, I put Pumpkaboo's Party in my top 5 fan games. I was not gonna, like, be like, no, actually, his writing sucks.
Actually.
Like, that would be a little hypocritical of me. I don't know, I feel like I don't have that many hot takes.
You certainly have more than me.
I've had enough hot takes to have people come into my Twitter mentions about my takes on Fusion. So
Oh yeah, I had
Well,
an
no, 'cause I
argument the
think
other day with somebody in chat about Fusion, and I
Oh.
was like, this dude shows up like once or twice a year in my chat. and says some wild stuff.
Well, no, because I think the reason why I look so crazy is because, like, you guys just don't have opinions. You kind of just...
What?
Well, in the way, like, your guys' opinions, they're just, like, the general...
I don't know.
Like,
I prefer
lukewarm
Pokemon fan
opinions.
games that don't have Pokemon. I hate 8 gyms. I don't care about Overworld Shadows.
Yeah, but, like, okay, no, that one. You may be crazy for that one. But, like, the 8 gym one, like, they were saying that in the Discord server the other day. I don't think that's, like...
No, that's
that
a hot
crazy
take. We're
of a
just
take.
surrounded by like the subgroup of the
Yeah, when you
Fuller
go beyond the
community that is
dev
okay
sphere.
not having 8 gyms in a fan game.
I guess. I don't know. I can't see it
bye,
as a
kitty.
hot take.
But hey, now Hints of Hisui has 8 episodes, so hopefully we're okay.
Okay
Yeah,
enough.
We dodged a bullet many times near the beginning. With always like posting about like how do I phrase it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Stuff that got controversy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
you can
always
just say
posted about
Poke
it.
Rogue.
Well, but also there was another one
There's Cosmo
that
as
happened
well.
right after it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's just bad timing. That's not
I think-
our
Yeah.
fault.
Look, I think if there's
No.
any lessons to be learned here, it's to treat every topic with nuance, no matter what.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
No, if anything,
this should be a
talking about
lesson for the
Cosmo-
entire internet, and this will be the hill that I die on.
No, if anything, talking about Cosmo and what happened with it just like made me look even like better with my take of like their promotional like tactic of following a bunch of like creators as a little scummy to me. It just made me look better.
Fair.
So I wasn't really complaining. But no, Poke Rogue. I guess we can talk a little bit behind this. Should I talk about behind the scenes how it could have been even worse, the Poke Rogue situation?
Oh, this episode has gone on long enough, personally, but
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's no longer America Day where I live, so
Oh. It's already the 5th?
yep, it's midnight, baby.
Time zones.
How? It's only 10 a.m.
Okay, and
Yeah, and it's midnight in Japan.
In the center of the solar system is a star. We rotate as we travel around it, meaning that different sides of the Earth face the sun at different times.
I really thought you were
This
about to say
means-
every time the Earth circles the sun, a day is complete. I was about to blame you so hard.
Wait till you learn about seasons, Andy. In Australia, it's winter.
What?
Oh no.
That better be
No.
sarcasm.
Oh no.
Can you not hear the sarcasm?
I missed it personally.
Look,
Missed it as
I
well.
was going to make.
I was
I'm
at
still
50-50.
sitting here trying to figure out how to rotate my model so I can say I rotate all the time. Whee!
but are you on a tilt, Eefy?
I can be.
There you go. Now your ass is experiencing summer while your head experiences winter. Okay, did we want to end the podcast?
Sure. I think this is now our
Maybe
longest
9 episodes is enough. Maybe we don't need a 10th episode.
Before we end, I want to do a bit that we've accidentally started or accidentally had a couple of times. I'm just going to end it with there's this fungus going around in the cicada community where it's just a bunch of femboy cicadas on meth. It is a sexually transmitted fungus in the cicada community.
What?
that has a life
I am
cycle of like 15 or what is it, 13 to 17 years. And
How can
it
a
leads
cicada
to
be a femboy? Cicadas can't dress up.
I'll send you all the video later, or we can talk more about it at the end.
No, I think we need to
of
end
next
this.
episode.
Okay,
Okay, can you or Andy pull it?
So
say
bye.
goodbye.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. We
Bye-bye.
will see you all next time. I won't, but you guys will see the other three. Goodbye, everybody.
yeah.